What's up, everybody? It's time to go over that nuclear, biological, chemical, and radiological preparation gear. Here's what I got. Um, so there's been like an emergency. What would I do? Right? This is what I would do. I would break out my box here. I have this box all set up. I have other gear spread out as well as this stuff. Being a prepper, you're always prepping. You always don't have enough. You always need more. So I went on a spree at one point and I just bought up everything I could find. So I have a whole bunch of different nuke suits. Everything's like military surplus. It's some of the stuff is still being used today. So we're gonna break open the box and see what we got in here. Throw that to the side. All right, so I made a makeshift. This is one of my makeshift masks. It's an old MSA fire mask. It's the last resort. But if we need an extra mask, I do have something that could usable. You know, it's kind of usable. We're not using that though. This is. We'll start, I guess, with the mask. We'll start with what I would use, what Jen's going to be using, what my son would be using. M40 military gas mask. So basically, it's tucked away the way it would be in use. This is the hood. The hood comes out, folds out, comes down. All right, you're going to apply this to your face. Might as well just do it, right? So you're going to put the mask to your face like so. I guess we'll set this up better. Here we go. Ready? So you put the mask on. It's going to look a little weird. It's all right. It's supposed to. So you do this. You take your strap, pull it over your head. You're going to want to tighten the strap down. Get a good seal real quick. Pull the hood over. All right, now you got to test. I don't have a cartridge on this one, so usually you would test the cartridge. Where is the cartridge? For whatever reason, I took the cartridge off. So the cartridge isn't on this one. I got to put it back on. I'm going to put a new one on. But this is what it would look like. You got the hood on. And then you would put your Kevlar back on top, chin strap. This would have a cartridge on it. Let's see. For demonstration purposes, we'll open a new one. You want to take your key off. Okay, your little key. You take that off the top. You find your tab on the side. You put the key in the tab and you twist. All right. You're going to twist it. I got off track here. Uh-oh. We're going for it. All right. Inside, you'll find a cardboard ring. That's so this cartridge doesn't get damaged in transport. You're going to take the cartridge out. Bam. You're going to put it in your insert. Let me just make sure I got the right side. Yep. This is much easier when it's off. So we'll do it with it off, so I don't have to struggle. All right. They're just screwing it into the side. You want to make sure you don't cross thread it. And just make sure I get the good thread. All my seals and everything are good on this one. I've been maintaining these nice, so that's sealed on there now. Boom. Okay, so we have our M40 gas mask. It started fogging up on me anyway because it was freezing cold. So, gas mask, new cartridge. That guy's ready. Inside the bag, this carry bag actually is a hip bag. inside the bag, I have, of course, the instruction manual, the operator's manual for your M40 A1 field mask. I have the lenses for the sun, like sunglass lenses. I have extra lenses for the clear ones. I have waterproof chemical mask bag. So I'll put the mask in the bag if I have to submerge this bag at all to keep that from getting wet. On here we have our do's and don'ts card. See? Don't fold the mask. There's a lot of different instructions here. It's always good to go over these instructions. If you find any cracks or any kind of dry rot, anything like that in your mask, throw it out. Get another one. Ain't worth risking. So I have double sets of everything because I carry everything in this bag for the extra pieces for 2 masks, because my other field mask that I have is a drop-down mount, so I don't have room for all this stuff in that bag, and that's just an emergency worst case scenario. So we have that. Then we have our I think I have our test strips in here. So we have our chemical agent detector. Right there. So your chemical agent detector, those are test strips to see if I think it's for water. I gotta check, but I do have a test kit for a lot of things. Alright, so the bag and the mask is gonna set you back around 180, 200 bucks. Mask for a 6-year-old. Jared, they make children's masks. There's a lot of surplus, like Russian surplus masks for children. You're going to want to really get, for a kid, I would suggest probably a respirator, and put them inside of some kind of enclosure. You don't want to have the children exposed to this as much as possible. You want to try to keep them out of the risk area. But if they had to, and you wanted to get some masks, they do make them available. They're pretty pricey for kids. They're very hard to find. I happen to find a small. They come in different sizes. This one is a medium. This one's a medium. I have a small that fits my son. It fits his face. So I gave him the small. The other one I have is pretty much for my father. So I do have a closed suit. I'm not going to open this one. Am I? Yeah, I am. Alright, so I have 2 different types. These are the suits. Alright? The suits are pretty important. Along with the mask, you're going to want to keep this this material, this fallout, off of you, off your body, to the best of your ability, because when you transfer from your hazardous zone to your transfer station before you get into your living situation, you have this period where you got to clean off. So you're going to want to decontaminate. It's a decontamination room. If you have to do this, you're going to have to take this suit off at some point. If you're in a contaminated area, you don't want to take the suit off at all. What you want to do is you want to be in a room where you can be underwater, like a shower situation, and wash the debris off of you and down a drain and out of the decontaminated area. Then you can transfer. You can take those clothes off. You can, there's a process. I do have a decontamination swab kit. I think that's in a different bag. But there's a decontamination kit that you use as well. So if you don't have all of this. So we're going to watch this stuff right here is a basic pack for your woodland camo set. All right. So the woodland camo set, let's focus down here a little bit better. There we go. Our woodland camo set is going to come. This is the whole kit. The bag, whatever's inside, this is pretty much what you get from CIS when you're in the military. So inside we have, these are decontamination cloths. So here's a decontamination packet. As you can see, decontamination. This is all issued military surplus stuff. Anybody can get this. Inside, there's little compartment areas. And you have these packs. These are all brand new, all right? These are like pristine packs. I'm going to cut this open here because we're getting... Our countdown to disaster is ticking down, guys. Never in our history have we been so close to some kind of nuclear event. And this stuff is clutch in this event. So you're going to want to get your hands on some things. Right here we have the coat. This is the top. This is going to be your top portion. It's all vacuum sealed to keep it nice and tight. I don't want to open this. If I open this right now, it's going to be twice the size when I go to put it back. I was hoping I had the open kit, but I think my son has that. If I do have something here, I do have extra pants or an extra jacket in this one. But that feels like that's sealed as well. All right. Well, we're going to just go over it like this. I can't don the outfit. See, the problem is in a hazardous situation, I want to keep this equipment from getting fallout on it as well. So I want to be able to get into an area, open this up, take clean equipment, put it on my body so I don't have fallout contaminated equipment. If I open this up and this bag is exposed to the elements and to the fallout around me, it now becomes contaminated. So this keeps a lot of contamination, water, mold, anything else off of this until you need it. So I'm going to try to keep it as pristine as I can. Resale, trade value as well. It's nice to have it brand new. But then we have, that's the coat. We have the rubber over boots, they're called. Over boots are, I have an example of them here. Here's one out of the package. It's basically a bootie. It's a rubber boot that goes over your boot itself, okay? And then it has these straps that tighten up around, and you just strap them around and it tightens the boot around. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take some tape, usually duct tape. Every soldier is going to have some duct tape on them. You take duct tape and you tape your legs. There's your legs are going to come down your pants. You're going to tape the pants to the boot and create a seal. You don't want any contamination getting up through those pants to your body, so you want to create a seal. So you're going to seal the boots to your jacket the same as your gloves. You're going to put your rubber gloves on. Those are next. I have those in here. So these are your rubber gloves. They're brand new in the package. Actually comes with a JS List sheet. It's so brand new. They come with white undergloves as well. Let me see if I can get a set out. I don't know if I have extra white undergloves, but the undergloves are to keep your hands from getting too sweaty and stuff. Here we go. I can show you. I do have an extra set. I have so many different sets of stuff, guys. This is like my better gear. So we have these rubber boot inserts, or these rubber glove inserts. They're white. I think they're cotton. Yep. They're cotton. That's to keep all the sweat from the inside of your gloves from, messing you up. And it kind of helps ventilate, insulate. So these are the protective gloves. Once these are on, all right, you put these gloves on. Once they're on, this piece over here to your jacket will get duct taped, creating a seal, all right? And the hood of that jacket also goes around the top of your mask. So it'll seal around that. All right, so we got that, the gloves, and we got the trousers, the pants. Those are last. By the way, keep in mind, you only have seconds to put this stuff on in a case of an emergency. So you're going to get some kind of warning. The siren's going to go off, whatever, like in the beginning here. And then, obviously, the big pop. Whatever happens, happens, and then we're all in some kind of disarray. So the last thing in this bag is this, are these trousers. So let's cut this open. I'll show you this one. Where is it? There it is. So here's the trousers. These are Woodland camo. This was inspected in 09. So it's old, but it's been vacuum sealed. The seal's still good on it. Hasn't broke. I opened up a pair of these last year for Halloween. I dressed up in an outfit. And I'll put that picture up later as a clip art for this. But here's the trousers. They're vacuum sealed. Everything fits compactly into this little bag. This little bag has Alice clips right here, so it can actually clip onto your belt or your backpack. This gear is probably going to be more issued now than it has been in the past. So more soldiers are going to be carrying around this bag as well as their rucksack and all that. So it's going to be pretty heavy on the boys. So keep in mind, while you guys are sitting at home and this stuff might be stored up at your house, those guys are carrying it around with them in the field. And it's not comfortable. That's a lot of weight. So, like I said, you're going to want to keep this stuff in pristine condition. You want to keep it nice, clean, dry. You don't want to have it exposed to any kind of mice, rodents, mold. I prep like I'm going to do this tomorrow. So, I know there's a lot going on Red's chat. That's all right, though. This is what we do. So you roll that up. You put these clips back in. Like so. Tighten it up. Roll it up. And you got this compact nuclear biohazard gear in this convenient little stuff pack. See that? That's that one. That's the older style. That's like probably like Gulf War, all right, Iraqi freedom, stuff like that. That was like that kind of gear, okay? Then we move up into the newer style, okay? We got the ACU pattern, UCP, whatever you want to call it, universal camo. This stuff was issued probably at least after 09. Let's see what we got in here. This is the same gear in different color, okay? That's exactly what it is. So we're not going to pull it all out and go crazy, but the basic same thing. Same roll pack. This one has its own separate backpack. So if you're just in the field and you're going into a situation where it could be nuclear, or it could be a biohazard, or it could be chemical explosion, you're going to roll with this on your back. All right, so it has a little index inside. Look how new it is. It's so pretty and shiny. No one's gear looks like that. So this is the pack instructions. It tells you where each thing goes, the gloves, the boots, the stuff. So it all has its own little section inside the bag, see? Oh, let's see. Bam. See, it's all tucked in there nice. And it's, like I said, it's the same thing. Vacuum sealed trousers, vacuum sealed coat. This is the coat. So everything has its own little place. You know, you got the gloves, you got your decontamination packets. I got 2 in this one. These were like probably the harder of the items to actually track down on eBay, but I got them. And I know, oh, what is that? Another set? No, this is, why have I not seen this before? All right, this is the chemical hood. This is the hood for the M40 mask, the newer one. I didn't even know I had this. Awesome. From 2019. For shizzle. All right, so that's cool. That was a surprise. I didn't know I even had that. All right, so that's the new hood. Either way, same thing in here. The pants, the boots are the same. You know, same kind of boots. These were packaged, when? This is 3 pounds of boots covers. 3 pounds right here. So this gear, probably altogether, I'd say, this 3, 6, 9. I'd say it's like a 10-pound pack. Extra 10 pounds or so. It's not that heavy, but at the same time, if this gear was wet, or if this gear was, if it was raining on me or something, or if I just had a full rucksack, like we were going on like a 10K march with this gear too, I'd probably be dying. But just on a normal run, if you had just your assault pack, this and your regular gear, you should be all right. I don't think this would be too bad of a thing to carry around. I wouldn't want to do it either way because it means you're going into a really bad situation. But that's what they sign up for. I signed up for it. So that's our compact kit. Like I said, backpack back to it, okay? It does have clips here, so that way it can hook up to your MOLLE on your backpack. I wouldn't want to have this hanging and flopping around on the outside of my rucksack. So I would, I don't know how I would handle this one. I'd probably throw this in the rucksack or something. I don't know. But you don't want a floppy pack. You don't want something that bounces around when you're walking. You want it secured to yourself. You want the weight to be distributed evenly. So it's it all depends on how you're going to be moving. So along with this mask here, right here on the mask is a connection. Can you see? So we're going to pull this hose out of this spot without destroying it, and you got this. You see that? That goes to a tube that is in the mask. If I can access it. Let's see. So that goes to the tube in the mask. So in the mask you have this little hole where your mouth goes. Alright, and there's a straw in there. Can't see it. Oh, there it is. Kind of. Anyway, it's inside. There's a little straw. So there's a straw inside the mask already. This thing right here, this little connection, you'll see on my, this is my hydro pack, right? So this hydro pack gets mounted onto your pack, or it can be used independently just as a water pack. But it has this special hose on it. It's a nuclear, biological, radiological hose. It's rated for the kind of activity that this is for. What it has here is a quick disconnect. You pop this top, okay? You pop this off, and what you do is you connect right here the mask into that hole. All right, I have a different connector for this. So there's a connection that you have here that I think is, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it's at the bottom of this. It's at the bottom of the pack, and I'm not pulling it out right now because the hose is a bitch. But anyway, that connects onto there, and you can drink out of your hydro pack right from your mask without taking it off, so you can still hydrate. You can't eat, you can still hydrate. So as long as this thing stays sealed, you're pretty good. So that's how you drink water with your mask on. I do have to set that up strictly just for the nuclear biological, because I probably have like 5 of these hydro packs. My kids got one, I got one, Jen's got one. I think I just gave one away to, might have gave one to Dom when he came to Jersey. I'm not positive. I think I gave him a hydro pack. Let me know, Dom. I don't remember if you got that or not. Anyway, so you guys just saw the cartridges. The cartridges look like this. We just opened one up. These are canisters for a, see, some of them are dented and stuff. But, whoop, let's see, can we read that? Probably not. Hold on. Let's see. Damn, alright. Got some more light. So those are the, damn it, those are the canisters anyway. We just opened one up, right? You guys saw how that worked. We just put a new can on the mask. And then we have our chemical testing kit. So this is like, we're going over the gear that I have. Personally, this is what I'm going to be running. If there was some kind of emergency. For you guys at home, it might be a little different. You might not be able to get your hands on this in time if there was going to be some kind of attack or anything like that soon. It might take a little while. Inside are separate testing kits. Okay, there's multiple of each. There is a card. These are test papers. Here's the card. So there's this placard card. Oh, come on. That goes over how to test for liquid, solids, and vapor. All right. So you got your liquid, solid, vapor card. This will tell you exactly what to do in each situation. It tells you what the test results should look like. Gives you examples. It gives you a description of each one, the configuration of each test. It tests for nerve agents, blister agents, liquid nerve agents. It has a lot of different stuff it does. So, blood, blister, nerve. I don't know. There's some stuff in here I don't even understand. But you definitely want to familiarize yourself with these cards if you have them. All right. So this will tell you additional instructions like things that can go wrong. There's a lot of different information in these cards. If you get that with your equipment, you always want to go over it and check it and see what to do when you need to use it. But there's different tests. The accuracy of these things are like really spot on. So if it says the water or the air is not good, vapor test is not good, then don't proceed. Keep, your distance from these areas. You want to stay away from that stuff. So you have your test kit. So I'm not running any of this. I'm not running the test kit. I don't run the bag. I have a side drop down pouch that I have a mask in. And if, worst case scenario, I can always get to this gear with the mask on and minimize the amount of fallout on my body by, different layers and things like that. So if you do want to keep yourself protected, I suggest getting yourself either a protective suit. They have a lot of different types of protective suits out there. 3M makes them. Grainger carries a whole different line of different protective suits. You can get yourself some masks. So these masks from 3M, they're like for painters and like people that work in labs and things like that. So you want to get a nice mask. It's one of the more expensive ones, but the cartridges for them are the expensive part. You want to get the good cartridges. They tell you what the filters do. I keep the paperwork for everything. But they tell you it's for particulates. So it goes down the list. Okay? And this is what you have to look for. You have to look for a certain size particle that it stops. Alright? Any guy who works with sheetrock, things like that, they'll understand that you can wear a mask and still get dust in your nose. So this right here is the chart. It's huge. It's massive. But it tells you everything it protects from. So if you get protected by all this stuff from one mask, buy it. It's basically, it gives you every chemical, solid, particulate thing that it covers. So do your research. I can put a couple links up later of the masks that I have, because these gas masks are what I have for us. I have other stuff in like bug out bags and bug out locations. So I have other gear. I don't know how this is folded up, but we're going to just pretend like it goes this way. But I have other gear hidden all over the place. It's just I have the most important stuff close. So that way if I need it, it's close enough to me where I can go grab it. But, I have a big change of different filters. The cotton filter parts. So I have a lot of different respirators. I can't tell you which one this is for, because I was looking on the cartridge, but it's not telling me. P95s? Is that what it is? This one is approved as 3M 6001 organic vapor cartridge. So these are organic vapor cartridges. This basically stops a lot. Probably overkill. But I want to do overkill. So that's a backup mask system I have somewhere. I just found the cartridges and threw them in here with this stuff. But as of, what else? What is this? This is... Alright, this is another one of those papers that tells you what the filters do. I gotta find that. So, if you're at home and you can't access military grade equipment like this, okay? You got duct tape, You got some painter's plastic, okay? You're going to want to seal up all the holes in your living space. You want to minimize the area you live in. So you're going to want to move all the food, beds, everything all into one room. Seal that room off, all right, completely. You don't want to leave the house under any circumstance. If you're out of the house already and you have to get somewhere safe, you want to cover your clothing, your body, your face, everything that you possibly can with a way to still stay alive. You know, you want to cover your mouth and everything from inhaling any of this debris, this fallout from any of the nuclear fallout. It could be a chemical attack. Could be just particles in the air like after 9/11 when the buildings collapsed. Okay, all that smoke and dust and things like that gave people cancer later on. All you had to have was a basic painter's mask to keep that from happening. But who the hell carries that when they're going to Wall Street in the afternoon or in the morning of in the city? So I have stuff like this with me at all times because I always want to be prepared. I don't want to be caught off guard. This is not the time to be sleeping on any of this stuff. We need to wake up and start getting prepared. I'm over prepared, obviously. Completely over prepared. I have way too much equipment. I have so much equipment that my friends and family now have equipment because I had too much equipment. So all this stuff is probably never going to come in handy. I hope I never have to use it. I hope I never have to wear this mask in order to survive. I hope I never have to put that suit on. I really do. But the reality is we have to start looking at this like it's an option. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's not crazy talk. It's not fear mongering. It's we're looking at Russia, and Russia's basically pointing their finger at the UN, which is the United States, and the rest of the countries around the world that hold nuclear power. He's basically pointing his finger at us, saying that he's going to use every weapon possible, and weapons of mass destruction include nuclear weapons. So he's saying he's going to use everything possible to defend his country. Now, I don't know what that means, and I don't care. All I know is the word nuclear has been thrown around way too much lately, and this gear is going to stay handy and available. I'm not going to be caught off guard. If I hear a boom, I'm going to run to this box. And if I start hearing sirens and shit, all this gear is going on. I'll come outside looking like a crazy person before I breathe in some toxic dust and be like, haha, I'm not going to wear a mask. Haha. Yeah, you can go have fun with that. There's times to wear masks. Like, this is what you would wear if there was let's say, a pandemic, right? And there was a risk of catching a virus, right? That turns you into a zombie. Let's just say it turns you into a mindless zombie that does whatever the government says, right? There's this crazy virus out there. This is the mask you need with the hood and this protective equipment, because your mouth, that thing that covers this, isn't the only orifice to your body. You can go through your ears, your eyes. So anywhere has to be protected. And you'll see medical staff that's actually trained to handle biohazard and chemical cleanup, things like that. They are wearing full protective suits, hazmat suits. And they're doing that because that's what they need to do in order to protect themselves. It's super easy to figure out. But yeah, so this is the part where I put my mask away now. Okay. So this is some of the gear, guys. Like I said, this isn't all the gear that you could use. There's all this other stuff out there that's more affordable than this gear. This stuff at your surplus stores, like the mask, I said, you're probably going to find them online for like 120 to 180 bucks. That might not even be for all the bag and all the other equipment that goes with it. Like, I had to piece a lot of this stuff together online. But it's going to be harder to find now than it was 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I bought up everything online on eBay. I bought it all up, and then I resold a lot of it to other preppers and people like that I know. or just random people that bought it off my store on eBay, but I had an eBay surplus store at one point. All right. So basically you want to fold your equipment up nice to where you can don it quickly again. Because this, you only have a few seconds to put this mask on. That's what we look like, all buttoned up. You only have a few seconds to put this mask on before your life's in danger. So you want to learn how to put this stuff on quick. You want to learn how to wear the equipment, use the equipment, get comfortable with moving around and working with the equipment on, because any task you do where you don't have to protect your face and gloves and restricting your movement, anything like that is going to be 10 times harder when you have this suit on and this mask on. So keep that in mind when when getting all this stuff. Try your equipment out. It's like really important that you guys get familiar with what you're using, because you don't want the emergency, the survival situation to be your first time ever using this stuff. It's going to be very clumsy. You're going to be very distracted. You're going to have a lot of distractions going on. Your family's going to be asking you 100 questions. What do we do? Where do we go? How do I do this? You're going to have to answer questions, get this stuff on. You're going to want to be able to do this as swiftly and as efficiently as possible, so you don't cause any more problems. You don't want to be stressed out more, you know, then you start snapping at the family to shut up and stuff. Like, you don't want to get in that mode. You want to stay calm. You want to be able to stay consistent. So this is just extra equipment I have. This is extra gloves and pants, a rain jacket with a hood, and you got yourself a suit, okay? That's just extra stuff there. I mean, you know, worst case scenario, guys, people are going to be struggling to stay alive. I doubt anyone's going to care if you got a Coleman raincoat and a pair of camo pants on, you know? But it's reality. It's I don't care what I look like when that time comes, as long as I'm protected. And I'm going for protection right here. So this is a lot of the gear we got. I got more all over the place. My bug out shelter I got. I moved a whole bunch of stuff to my underground spot. And there's a bunch of stuff there. Alright, so we're just going to throw that duct tape in there. Alright guys, so that's some of that. Now, say you do ingest, alright, you think you're going to breathe it in, you think you're going to ingest this, this fallout, you think you're going to inhale it, whatever. You want to carry iodine pills, okay? You can pop iodine pills, and the iodine, it's essentially rust, it's metal, right? It'll absorb the fallout in your body, the poisoning, and help get it out of your body through your system. So you want to use that iodine, and it's going to help prevent your poisoning, your sickness from radiological effects. Hey B, hey Jim, hey Jared. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So, all right, so basically, you're going to want to take duct tape, all right? So you got windows in your house. Feel around the edge of your window. If you have an incense stick, this is the best way I've ever figured it out, all right? I do a lot of construction. I seal up a lot of houses. What you want to do to check for air leaks, right, coming into your house, edible charcoal. Exactly, Billy Bob. You want to get something that's going to mitigate the poisoning to your body. Charcoal is very good. Iodine pills. You want to keep this fallout away from your body as much as possible. I mean, even as simple as doing this, just to get from your car in the house, whatever, you don't want to inhale this shit. If you hear that there's a possibility that there's going to be some kind of event or explosion or something like that, you want to get the hell out of work, get on the road and get the hell home as fast as possible. You do not know that you might only have 20 minutes to get this going. You could be 20 minutes from your house. You could be 20 minutes from your kid's school. You could be whatever. So you want to hurry up. And keep in mind, everyone else is going to be hurrying up too. So start planning your future accordingly. You might not have a lot of time to get things done. It takes time to get from you to the kid's school to pick them up, because the school buses they're gonna be useless. They're gonna be just big bricks in the roadway when it comes down to it. So you're gonna want to be able to get to your kids. I suggest if you got to go pick them up at a school, you park like a couple blocks away and face outward, like to where you can get out. So that way, when you do get the kids, by the time everyone else gets there to get their kids after you, you're not stuck in the middle of that. You want to be on the outside circle. Always plan to be on the outside circle. If there's an epicenter of something, don't drive to the center of it and park. You will get stuck in that spot. You're going to get cars that come behind you and stop, and now you're stuck. Your vehicle is going to be stuck there. You always want to be able to get out. Your vehicle is probably, I would say, a lot safer if it's not running in that fallout situation. If your car doesn't have to run, the air can't circulate through the vehicle. It's kind of stagnant and stays down. You do want to seal up any holes or anything that would be in your car, vents and things like that. It would help a lot. But I'm telling you, duct tape and plastic for your house, it's probably the best bet. Take an incent around the edge of your windows, and as you're going along the edge, you're going to see the smoke. It's going to go either towards the window or away from the window with the current of the air. So that'll show you that there's a leak right there. And what you want to do is take some caulk it up. These are things you can do now to help seal your house up. I'm just saying, there's a lot of prep. There's a lot to go over. But basically, listen, this isn't a get under your desk and cover your head moment. This is a get the fuck out of Dodge moment. Like, this is run for the hills moment. If you're near a major city, you could be a target. If you're near a military base, you could be a target. If you're near any kind of biological or weapons research facilities, you could be a target. Later on, as things progress, and if there is a battle on our soil, if there is problems here in the U.S., later on, if you're near a school or a hospital, you could be a target. So keep in mind, you want to separate yourself from these major hot spots that could be targets, but at the same time, you want to stay close enough to civilization to get yourself some help if needed. You're by a nuclear power plant. Good luck. No, I'm just saying, but if there is an explosion or if there is some kind of, they've been hacking systems. That's the biggest problem. So they can hack a nuclear power plant system and shut down the cooling system for the rods. All right, the rods overheat, they become critical, and they will start releasing radiation at a point where they can't stop it. It's just a reaction that's just going to consistently happen no matter what now, because thermal pressure or the thermal temperatures reach the point where it's just going to continuously keep chemically reacting. So if that happens, then you're going to have a nuclear fallout situation at that facility, like a nuclear power plant. So you're essentially turning a power plant into its bomb, like Chernobyl. And we don't need that. If we have that situation again in the United States or anywhere in the world, it's going to be detrimental to everyone's health. The effects of Chernobyl are still being seen today, 30 whatever years later. So it's very obvious that it's a long-term problem. Yeah, Brooklyn. At least 75 miles away. I'd say a good 100 would be. A good 100 is outside of a good area of fallout or any kind of problems like that. But I mean, if you guys understand how nuclear power works, it's basically they're rods of nuclear material, and they're being reacted, right? And they have the water that cools them down so they don't overheat. And there's a system in play where it's to a certain temperature to keep it working right. But if it goes over, it gets all screwed up. Remember The Simpsons? He used to work at the power plant, and he'd fall asleep, and it would go all crazy, and, basically the same thing. But it happens less. But if the computer system's hacked, there's no saying that it can't happen tomorrow or the next day or whatever. So I have my stuff handy. What you could do at home to stay safe is buy some Tyvek suits, buy some, 3M masks, some respirators, like some masks that are actually going to keep you safe from fallout, not just look cool. Who cares about looking cool when your life's in danger? It's not going to be like who's got the most stylish, bedazzled fucking mask, or a fuck Joe Biden gas mask. It don't matter at that point. It's going to be, you know, survival, and it's wearing a mask for the right reasons. It's not being muzzled. Okay, we'll stop that right there. But it's not being muzzled. It's being safe. So if you have a gas mask, M40, they have M50 masks now. The soldiers are using different style gas masks. So I'd like to get my hands on one of those, but they're like $500, and I don't have that. So we're going to rock the M40s until they don't work. But as of right now, they do work. So we're going to keep rocking that. Well, I hope you guys learned something. There is more to do. I just wanted to go over the gear I got, the gear you guys can get. That's what you should be looking for if you're on eBay or whatever. I wouldn't buy military surplus off Amazon. I don't know how that works. If they do that, but all my stuff came off Amazon or surplus stores. Sometimes I would trade items with surplus stores. I would trade them an item that was hard to find for an item that was hard to find. So I had a whole plethora of stuff. I still have bags of equipment. I have like tons of uniforms. You guys do paintball? You want some uniforms? Hit me up, JerseyJ 2022 at gmail.com. I could dress your whole team up. I got so many different style uniforms, so many different sizes. Hold on. Everything I'm wearing, I got tons of. We got these fleeces here. I got a lot of surplus. But see, nothing. We don't have insignia on anything. So, not stolen valor. None of that. I'm just rocking it for our boys out there fighting. And it goes good with the channel. You know, the camo look. But, yeah. So, don't go crazy trying to find this equipment. If you can't, we're going to do more videos on stuff you can just get at your local hardware store to keep safe, you know. So Home Depot, Lowe's, things like that. They're good places to start. Grainger, any kind of like safety supply store. They're going to have the right masks. You want vapor cartridges. You want to make sure that not even vapor gets through it, okay? They're more expensive, but if you're just going for like regular, regular base equipment that keeps you safe, you could start out and probably get a whole little setup for like $200. But it'll keep you safe. Have it in the car with you. That way, if you do have to exit the car when this event happens, and you do have to exit the car for any reason, you can put the suit on. You see stuff falling from the sky, you see a big glow in the air, anything like that. You want to put the suit on, exit the vehicle, do what you got to do, and then get back in the car. And at that point, you keep the suit on until you can decontaminate. Now, for me, in this camper, right? This is a bad situation for fallout. There's too many holes. There's too many openings. I would want to tape off all the vents and plastic off all the vents. I'd have to shut all the, the tops, all the little pop-outs. I'd have to shut all them. I'd have to seal them up. It would be hell in this little camper to try to keep this safe. More than likely, I would just bring this into another building. I would bring this somewhere that I could, take all of my equipment out of it safely and not have to be out in fallout. But, hey, Jersey Jen's here. Hi, Jersey Jen.
Hi. What's going on?
What are you doing?
Nothing. What's going on with you?
I don't know. We're doing nuclear survival stuff, telling them about the equipment that we have. Oh, sorry.
I got you some drinks.
Thanks, babe. So Jersey Jen has all the same equipment that, you just saw her stuff. The little woodland camo set. Joey has a woodland camo and I have the digital, so that way everybody knows who's in charge. I'm just kidding. Not really. At least then you know where to look, left or right, right?
That's true. I still have to get Harmons because I want to get the gloves to match my hat. Then I found this pink hat. I was like, you know what? It's $1.79. I'm going to get it. because everything's 20% off. So.
You got that hat for
$1.79, and I got the gloves for $1.79.
Nice.
Yep, they're heat insulated.
Polar Extreme, huh?
Yep.
That's the name of the company?
Yep. They were the last ones.
Well, go to Harmon's, guys. 20% off right now. I heard
everything.
Harmon's and Bed Bath & Beyond's are closing.
Yep.
So, now, is that 20% off the store plus a coupon?
Can't use coupons.
Ah.
They won't let you use the coupon.
I was going to say, then you can get them for 40.
No, my aunt tried. My aunt tried. She had a $5 coupon. They wouldn't let her use it.
Well, guys, you heard it. If you need some supplies, some toiletries, things like that, go to Harmon's. Go clean them out right now for your prepping gear.
I suggest you get there soon because this line was almost out the front door.
Yeah, so go to Harmon's, guys. Go get your prepping gear now for real cheap. They're going out of business. You can get some affordable items. Listen, the times are hard right now. Economy sucks. So any kind of little heads up that you can get like that, Bed Bath & Beyond, they're kind of pricey. You're going to get stuff for the same price you get it for usually anyway.
I don't know if they're going out of business. I only heard
there's
Harmon's.
a couple of Bed Baths that are going out of business across.
Well, all of the Harmon's are done. They're shutting down. So every Harmon's is having 20% off everything in the store. And there's a lot of makeup, shampoos.
Oh yeah, makeup.
All kinds of stuff that women need. Nail polishes.
Guys, make sure you get your prepping makeup. You want to look good for that apocalypse.
You don't need prepping makeup. I'm just saying if you need any, if you need toothpaste or toothbrushes.
That's what I was saying. Some toiletries,
any type
some
of
shampoo.
Medical stuff, like over-the-counter stuff, is all 20% off.
We should stock up on that.
Wipes
like Benadryl and
are pretty
like
much
that.
done. The shelves are completely wiped out. I've never seen so many bare shelves.
Well, it's good. That means people are getting stuff in the house. So I just wanted to show you guys a quick video real fast. I didn't want to do a too long video. I want it digestible for you guys to keep watching. Refer back to. Maybe you want to go and get the same equipment I do. There's so much more. There's so much more that we could be doing. So this will be our first episode on the nuke stuff. I don't know what's going on out there in YouTube world. I really don't want to get involved today. I heard a brief synopsis of something, and I'd prefer to stay out of it today. So there's too much going on. All right, we're worried about some stuff that's going on around here. So
do I keep getting hair on my glove?
it's because you're constantly around dogs and cats.
I just cleaned them off outside. We don't have cats and dogs in here.
No, but you're dragging it in here from the other animals. Olivia just drops hair like it's her job. It's white hair, so it's everywhere.
These are little red hairs.
Little red hair.
Annie.
Red.
Annie, you little queen.
All right, guys, listen. If you haven't already heard, Kim Yo right here in the chat. I think I can see it right here. You probably see it over here somewhere. Kim Yo needs our help, guys. She's a fellow patriot, one of my mods. Part of the Freedom family. She's a Jersey freedom fighter. She supported us from the beginning of this whole cause. If you guys are going to help anybody out today or this weekend, please, if you could, throw her a few bucks. She has a goal of 700 she's trying to raise. She's got 475 or something like that. So if you guys could, throw your Cash App up there, Kim. Let everyone know. What do you need?
Give me my phone.
Your phone? Mm-hmm. Let everyone know what your Cash App is. If you guys could, we're just asking if anyone's going to be doing any kind of nice work to help people out today. Try to help Kim Yo. She's a really, really nice woman. If you guys look at her page, she has a video where she's actually singing gospel in church. So, are you putting it in?
I'm trying, but for some reason I don't have any. Why do I have no service?
Jen's going to put it in. There it is. Kim Yo put it in the chat. All right. So if you guys could, please help Kim Yo out today. She's an awesome woman. Jen's going to
I'm sorry,
try
Kim.
to get
My
in
phone's
there.
running super slow right now. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that either. Hey, stop screwing with the phones, government. We know
so
it's
nobody
you.
thinks I'm joking.
Look.
This is what I'm dealing with right now.
Like full bars?
I have full bars. Oh, now it's on.
Oh, there's me.
There he is.
Me showing
Showing
the
my
service.
phone.
Isn't that weird? Weird, huh? But Kim Yo, we're wishing you the best of luck, and we're praying for you that everything goes right, and you get the help that you need.
There you go, Kim.
So there it is, guys. There's Kim Yo's Cash App. You forgot the $sign.
Oh crap! Sorry, Kim. I actually had it saved, and for some reason it didn't put the $sign in. I apologize for that.
So I'm gonna get going in a minute here.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna get in here. My suggestion for today, guys, on another note, okay, side note, is don't listen to everyone that tells you things, okay? There are some people out there, like trolls and things like that, that say things to you to try to get you wound up, so you go off the handle and you start yelling at people, and just don't buy into the bullshit. Don't buy into it. Don't listen to them. Think for yourself. Do your own research. Look into things. Even stuff I say. So look into the equipment. See if it'll save you. Don't take my word for it. Always do your own research. I just pass along the basic information so you guys can start looking into it. As more time goes by, we'll get more advanced in these little things here. But I just wanted to go over the equipment I had today. Show you guys the kind of preparedness that I'm at. And how to get a basic starting kit for yourselves. So, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna get going.
Hey Kim, I'm gonna be doing the crafting channel, so I'm gonna be throwing your Cash App up there too. All right.
Jen's gonna be doing a crafting live in a little while. If you guys want to join, Jen, you can put your link if you want for your channel. Yeah, so that way they can click that. They can go check out your channel. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button when you get there. Jen's building a nice little crafting channel where you guys can learn how to do some stuff. She's going to be doing candles and things like that too. So we'll mix it up, and maybe we'll do a double live together of making candles. What do you think, babe?
Yeah.
Because survival candles are good to have.
We'll probably work on that.
So yeah, we'll do that on one day. I gotta grab all that crafting stuff out of the shed, and you saw how packed the shed was today. So that's gonna be a project in itself. That's gonna be for later on. I'd say about a week from now, I'll probably be over there doing that. It has to warm up. I can't work in 1 degrees outside. It was freezing in there. So
yeah, and if you guys also get a chance to go check out the Jersey J Survival store.
Ah, yes. There's also
cool merch up there.
We have a survival store. I forgot to mention that.
There you go.
There's the link for that. We appreciate everybody that comes by and checks everything out. We do have a lot of different content on a lot of different channels now. We have spread out between 3 different channels for 3 different things. But we're trying to keep this one non-political. I'm trying. But we're trying to keep it non-political. We're just going to keep it survival skills in the travel and the helping people and stuff like that. The other Jersey J channel is to go ham on and to really, test the limits of what you can do with YouTube. So, thank you so much, Joe D's. We love you guys so much. We appreciate you coming by. And I hope you learned something today. We'll be doing more on nuclear prepping and stuff like that later on. Joe's here.
Hey, Joe D's.
So we're going to be doing more of that later. I just want to give you a basic rundown of some stuff that you could use, some stuff you can get yourself. And I hope you guys learned something. So make sure to tune back next time. What were you saying?
I said thank you, Kim.
All right, guys. We'll see you in a little bit. Jen's going to go and film some crafting here in a little while. And I'm going to go and clean up some stuff while it's still daylight out. All right? Have a good night.
Bye, guys.